When it comes to ports, many games have different ports for many systems. You know, you get one game, of course, the company wants to capitalize on that and be able to provide it for many other console users, whether you're using a Switch, whether you're using the Xbox, or whether you're using PS5, or even playing on Steam. Every company is going to try their best to kind of optimize for whatever console that you're going to be playing for. Some are better, some are worse. Unfortunately for Mortal Kombat 1 for the Switch, it seems it has one of the worst ports I've ever seen in my entire life. We're going to be checking out a Mortal Kombat 1 review from IGN and see what was going on with the gameplay, man. But it looks garbage, man. This is equivalent to what a mobile game is. Even some mobile games looking way better than this. Let's check it out. Here we go.
When I first heard that...
Already, dude, look at the frame rate of this game. The frame rate is horrendous. That is so bad. Look at that. What is that? That's not even 60 at all, bro. That has to be like 24 or something like that. That is horrible. And never mind that, even the graphics look like trash.
When I first heard that Mortal Kombat 1 would be skipping the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One consoles, but would in fact be coming out on the Switch, my first thought was,
bro,
surely that means that it's going to be one of those cloud version only games.
But I gotta say, the Switch has never been known to have like great ports, unless it's one of those like 2D type of games or 3D animated games, things that don't require like high graphic performance. You know, the Switch has been known to like have really bad graphics with it. I mean, look at Apex Legends, it's not really the best one. Or even they're going to be bringing Call of Duty later on. I'm sure it's not going to have the best performance or the graphics either. Switch has never been known to be one of those like high quality graphic games, unlike the PS5, the Xbox, or, you know, of course, the number one is the PC. And it's just, of course, Nintendo being Nintendo, man. I don't know what it is with them just like not caring really about how graphical gameplay looks like and more caring about, I guess, the gameplay itself. Like, even the gameplay sucks though. Like, so two things that they care, at least one thing that they care about is not even being like produced correctly because of their hardware.
Like Resident Evil Village, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and so on. But I was wrong. Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch is a straight up port, running directly off of the Switch hardware. And yes, that is as bad.
Oh my god, bro, look at this character. What is this? This looks like when you put a PC at the lowest settings and it's still not be able to run it. This looks like trash, bro. Where is this texture on the shirt? Where is the skin fidelity? Like, what is going on?
As it sounds.
This is bad. And by the way, guys, this game is $70. This game is $70 still on this Nintendo Switch.
Before we begin, please check out my Mortal Kombat 1 review for the version that's on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC to get a full overview of my critiques of it. Long story short, MK1 is great. There are exciting changes to the gameplay formula in the form of the cameo system, the fighting itself feels fresh.
I'm really sure that you're not going to get to experience the full capability of Mortal Kombat on the Switch, so for all you Nintendo users, this doesn't apply.
Thanks to some smart tweaks to how combos are structured, and the story mode is fantastic, even if some of its online features feel outdated and the invasions mode doesn't quite land. Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch can claim all of those things too, but the technical limitations of the hardware make experiencing them feel like you're trudging through whatever sludge Reptile crawled out of.
Oh my god, look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at the animation. Look at it. What the fuck is this? Oh my
Let's get
god.
the most obvious knock against it out of the way first.
And by the way, it's not like you're like, oh, this is gonna be a portable version of the game. Like, no way, like this is gonna be a good version. It's not even the like best version of the game. It's not even running at its full capability. It's like you're still paying like high market price, and you're not even getting like the full like content of the game. You're not getting the full like experience of it. So it's like, why even buy it? It's almost like you're wasting your money on the Switch. Like, I wouldn't even. And who, by the way, who owns the Switch? Is like one of those side consoles you own. It's never the main console, you know. It's never gonna be the main console, just because of this shit.
First, it looks abysmal compared to the other versions. Character models lack detailed textures.
Oh my god.
Facial animations of the current gen versions are highly compromised.
That is crazy. Look at that.
The expressive facial animations of the current gen versions are...
Bruh, look at the difference, bruh. That is crazy. What the hell?
Are highly compromised to say the least. clothing, and sometimes even skin constantly
Oh my
stretches and clips through body
God.
parts, and every so often you can see straight through them. Those absolutely
What
gorgeous
is going
stages that I
on?
praised in my other review looked like they had a heavy Gaussian blur filter applied to them in Photoshop and briefly made me think that I needed glasses.
Damn.
It's bad, but also this isn't a huge surprise.
It does look like there's a Gaussian blur on there, huh? What the hell, man?
The Switch was an underpowered console when it launched 6 years ago, and truthfully, if this was the worst of Mortal Kombat 1's problems, I'd still be able to recommend it because even though it would look bad, it would still play great. But the
No
issues
way.
go far deeper than just skin. Before you even get into a match, you've got to deal with egregious load times lasting on average about 40 seconds.
Oh my God, I could imagine. Okay, so let's just say this, number one, right? For The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the load times weren't so bad. You did actually hit some like places where you kind of have hiccups here and there, but it wasn't too bad. Like transitioning from the like underworld to the sky areas, like it wasn't too bad. So I don't know what it was that they optimized a little bit better, but I'm sure there has to be a lot of optimizing they're gonna have to do for this game, especially for. I mean, the Switch is not known to be a high performance, system in itself. So I don't know, man. It's just so outdated at this point, and it was like he mentioned, like at the time it was kind of outdated at that time too, and it was just more of the portable factor of it. I think that a lot of people more cared about, and also of course the console exclusives with Nintendo's IP, whether it was like Mario or Zelda or whatever it was, the Kirby or whatever Nintendo World thing you like, Super Smash Bros. At the time. I just think that Nintendo has a lot of work to do when it comes to really, making sure that people are getting the quality, their money's worth out of these games, especially because now prices are going skyrocket with $70 budget games. And it's crazy, it's really crazy that this is okay for them.
This is made all the more noticeable by the fact that the character select screen is designed for you to quickly and seamlessly go from here into the match. On the other versions, you select your characters, they clash, say a quick 2 lines of dialogue.
You're late, Earthrealmer.
Not my fault. My train to Busan got delayed.
And when they separate, you're in the match. On the Switch, they clash, say a quick 2 lines of dialogue.
So far, I've got no signs of Tarkon.
Perhaps Earthrealmers are immune.
And then stare awkwardly at each other for about half a
Oh
minute.
my
while
God, bro.
textures pop
You know
in.
what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like MK9-ish. Like this reminds me of like Marvel. What is it? Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Like this reminds me of like that. The fact that we're still like dealing with this at this time, and it being 2023, where consoles are so much, even the Steam Deck being more powerful than the Switch itself. Like, I mean, why are we still doing this right now?
And out all around them. I'm just gonna let this play out so you can get a full sense of how bad it actually is.
Oh my God, how long is this gonna take? It's already at 10 seconds. Look at that. They're not even saying anything. You just gotta wait there while your Switch is like blowing freaking air everywhere, because your Switch starts to get loud over time. I had mine since launch. Oh my
Loading pains are felt
God.
the most in both Invasions mode and online play.
Look at how much it struggles to get to the beginning. Look at this. Look at boom boom. It looks so choppy, bro.
Loading pains are felt the most in both Invasions mode and online play. Invasions is particularly bad because it's designed for a ton of quick bouts that you're able to generally steamroll through in order to collect rewards like new gear pieces, skins, etc. At its best, it's already pretty grindy and slow-paced, but when you add on the fact that you're frequently spending more time waiting to get in and out of a fight than you are actually fighting, it becomes straight-up joyless. Ranked online play is especially frustrating because of the fact that every match
I wouldn't even attempt. I wouldn't even attempt to play online. I wouldn't even attempt. I don't know why you even would be playing online on the Switch.
is a first to 3 set, and despite playing with the same characters on the same
I want to know, like, I genuinely want to know. I'm like dumbfounded here. Who is opting to buy the Switch version of the game? Like, who is the consumer for this? Like, I get it if you're a younger guy or whatever. I just don't, a more portable version, but it's like, okay, why do you want a portable version of a fighting game? I don't understand who is buying these games. And at the very, and even worse, like at $70, like who's purchasing this shit of a port for $70? Like, I just don't understand that. you know, and let alone play on ranked, like try to compete in it. There's no way.
Stage with the same cameos, it still takes about 40 seconds of staring at a black screen in between each match of the set. That's just too long to wait when you consider that you're also waiting for matchmaking, waiting for opponents to accept matches, and occasionally even waiting a moment or two for fatalities to happen.
Oh my god, that looks like garbage. You can't even tell what that is.
The real kicker is the actual performance of gameplay during a fight. There's a lot of slowdown that affected my timing and led to drop combos, similar to how it would feel if I was playing online with bad netcode, only this was playing locally against the CPU. But it is something that I felt to a certain degree in pretty much every match that I played.
And you know, if you like are like someone who plays ranked, or you're somebody who plays like fighting games avidly, you would know that all those frames matter. You gotta learn the pacing, and you gotta learn like the footsie game of it. And if it's like being so choppy and the game is unplayable, like it's so difficult to learn on hardware that is like, you know, working against you. So I could only imagine what it is learning on that and the bad habits you even pick up. So even playing this port of the game locally is just gonna worsen your game, I think. Like it's gonna put you into a position that when you get into a PS5 or you get into an Xbox version of the game, like it's not gonna be the same movement. It's not gonna feel the same because of how bad you're learning. You're learning in a bad area. You know, it's not good. You're learning bad habits.
There's also a couple of weird bugs I encountered, such as Li Mei's lantern disappearing after a certain amount of time in the air. Serena's dreaded boomerang cameo attack doesn't return, which makes it essentially useless, and the list of combo trials isn't at all like the list from the other versions, with most characters getting 6 challenges instead of 7, and some characters just getting 1. If story mode is the only thing that you're interested in, then you may find some value in MK1 on the Switch. The cutscenes are pre-rendered and look great, even though the switch to in-engine fights is incredibly jarring. And the problem with long load times is mitigated due to the fact that you're just watching the story as it loads. But if I'm being honest,
that doesn't even look like Kung Lao. That doesn't even look like him.
You'd probably be less frustrated just watching it on YouTube. Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch is nowhere close to the experience you'll have with it on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, or PC. There's a hint of a great fighting game still peeking through the blurry backgrounds, but its horrendous load times, inconsistent frame rate, muddy visuals, and plethora of bugs make the Switch version an altogether aggravating.
Oh my god, look at that. It's just floating in the air. Like, what the hell?
It is a great fighting game on other platforms. It quite simply should not have released in this state, and certainly not at a price that's equal to the superior current gen versions.
I'm surprised they even give it that high. And I feel like the 3 is for like just itself, like, you know, the core skeleton of the game. You know, it's not even because of the experience you get on the Switch.
For more Mortal Kombat 1, check out my review of the current...
Yeah, man, I just feel like, who is buying this? Like, for who is this for? You know, like, I get if you have a Switch, you probably own a different console. So I don't understand why you even opt out to even paying $70 for a game like this on the Switch. Yeah, it would be like very interesting to see how many people actually bought the game on the Switch, compare it to the PS5 or the Xbox or the PC. But we'll have to end up seeing, man. Hopefully Nintendo optimizes a little bit better, or whoever's doing it, whether it's NetherRealm or I don't know who's in control of this. But man, it being a $70 price tag, I feel bad for you guys who actually bought the game, and I wouldn't, you know, I would hope that you go for a return and actually get a better version of the game. But I get it, you know, some of us don't have the opportunity to go buy a PS5, Xbox, or whatever. I get that, but even at that, like, oh man, that's just bad. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. We'd love to hear some of your points of views on it. Did you buy the game on the Switch? Are you looking into buying it on the Switch? Like, I would really love to know, like, who is consuming this product here. But we'll have to see, man. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that sub button. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.